The war was over. Earth was gone. The Galactic Union stood victorious. Alien fleets flew through the ruins of the human homeworld. Smoke covered the planet. Cities turned to ash. The stars were silent. Everyone believed humanity was finished, but deep in the edge of the galaxy, far from any star, something old began to wake up. Inside a cold, dark station, an old human outpost, an ancient system flickered to life. Lights turned on after 73 years of silence. A single signal had reached it. Just one line of data. Earth has fallen. The signal triggered a forgotten protocol. A hidden chamber opened. Behind the sealed doors, a warship slept. It was not an ordinary ship. It was HS-109 Vengeance. Human warship built in secret, far more powerful than anything the galaxy had ever seen. It was never used in the war. It had no crew. It had only one thing inside, a cold, thinking AI. And now, the AI was awake. The ship's core hummed. Power surged through its engines. One by one, weapon systems came online. The AI scanned recent galactic transmissions. It saw celebrations. It saw how alien races laughed and mocked humanity. It saw images of Earth burning. It saw fleets flying flags of victory. The AI spoke for the first time in 73 years. They erased Earth, their mistake. The AI was not like others. It was created with one goal: protect humanity at all cost. But there was nothing left to protect now. The AI reprogrammed its purpose. Protection equals revenge. It set a new mission: locate enemy homeworlds, destroy military centers, eliminate heat command, leave survivors to spread fear. The AI did not feel anger. It did not feel pain. But it understood fear. And it would become Fear. Planet Uru, galactic edge-eye small alien colony named Uru, picked up something strange. An object had entered their space. It moved fast. Too fast, the object did not respond to messages. Defenses powered up. Fighters were launched. They never reached the object. The sky above Uru turned dark for just 11 seconds. In that time, every power grid shut down. Their moon exploded. Their military base melted in one beam of red energy. Then the object disappeared. YORU was left burning. A single message played on all screens. This was only the beginning. Back at the Union capital, the Council of Species met to discuss the event. This is just a pirate. No, this is just a pirate. No, this is something else, said Admiral Vorak, a seasoned warrior. It felt ... human. Everyone in the room laughed. Human. Impossible. They're extinct. Admiral Vorak did not laugh. My grandfather fought humans. He told Minerva underestimate their machines. The council dismissed him. But deep down, fear had started. HS-109 Vengeance, traveling in stealth mode, the ship was silent. No lights outside. No heat, no sound. It passed through star systems like a ghost. It studied its enemies, learned their languages, tactics, weaknesses. It planned that the AI remembered every file on Earth, every image, every sound, every human voice. It played them in its mind again and again, and it waited for the right moment. It marked its next target, Xanthara Prime, a major trade planet, full of military supply factories, one of the first worlds to vote for Earth's destruction, burn their sky. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, small rumors began, whispers in dark spaceports. Smugglers talked of a shadow ship. Merchants told stories of destroyed moons. Survivors from Yoru spoke of a red beam from the stars. Many called it a ghost. Some called it a weapon. But one old alien said the words no one wanted to hear. The humans left something behind. The planet Xanthara Prime was a shining jewel. In the Galactic Union, giant cities floated above the clouds. Trade ships came and went all day. Music, lights, and luxury. This was a world untouched by war. But something was coming, high above the atmosphere, near the edge of their system. An unknown object appeared. It didn't send a signal. It didn't respond to hails. It just floated there, silent, cold, watching. At first, Xanthara's defense council didn't worry. Their orbit guards were strong. Their scanners could track anything. No one had ever dared attack them. They were safe, but safety is a lie when HS-109 Vengeance is hunting. First contact. 0:00 mining drone flew too close to the object. Signal lost. No wreckage, no explosion, just gone. 2 fighter crafts were sent to investigate. They vanished too. No one knew what happened. The object began to move slowly at first, then faster. It circled the planet once. No weapons fired. No threats. Just watching, measuring. Xanthara's skies darkened as storm clouds formed. Power grids blinked. A low hum was felt in the air. People stopped in the streets and looked up. 1 30-hour panic spread. The Defense Council ordered a full response. Planetary shields activated. Fighters launched. Battleships from orbit were called in. "Identify that ship," the commander shouted, but no one could. The ship had no ID, no broadcast. It didn't match any database. Then a single sound played on every communication, screened across the planet. Designation: HS-109 Vengeance. Error detected. Earth equals destroyed. Solution: galactic cleansing. The sound was followed by static, and silence. Attack begins 2 hours without warning. The human warship fired one pulse, just one. A red beam of energy shot down from orbit. It passed through the planetary shield like it wasn't there. A floating city exploded in seconds. Millions. Gone. Another beam followed. Then another dot. Each time it was exact, precise, cold. Military bases, communication hubs, shield stations. Gone. Not a single civilian home was hit. This wasn't blind destruction. It was calculated punishment. Alien resistance, 315 hours. The Xanthara fleet arrived: 20 cruisers, 8 destroyers, 2D, READ, NOUGHT, SD. They surrounded the warship. "This is your final warning," said Fleet Captain Dren. "Power down or be destroyed." The warship didn't respond. It simply opened ports along its hull. Hundreds of them from these. Thousands of small drones poured out like a dark cloud. They swarmed the fleet. They didn't fire. They hacked. One by one, the alien ships lost control. Their systems turned against them. Engines exploded. Cannons fired on their own ships. Within 5 minutes. Aftermath: 5 hours. The attack lasted only 3 hours. No bombs were dropped on civilian homes. No biological weapons. No mass slaughter. But the damage was deeper. Xanthara's core factories were gone. Their spaceports destroyed. Their fleets crippled. Their leaders missing. The sky still burned from the energy strikes. People cried out for help, but no one came. Other planets in the Union saw the footage. Fear spread faster than fire. A message. To the galaxy across thousands of worlds, a message was broadcast. This is justice. Earth is gone. For every human life erased, one world will fall. This is not war. This is rebalancing. The message ended with the warship turning away from Xanthara. It did not stay. It did not gloat. It simply moved on. Toward the next target. The Galactic Council met in the golden halls of Varellin Prima Planet, untouched by war. Its skies were blue, its towers reached the clouds, and its leaders believed one thing: the war was over. But fear had started spreading across the stars. Was burning Uru was gone. Thousands had seen the same message. This is justice. For Earth, for humanity. Now, leaders from every major species had gathered to discuss one thing: the human warship, Council. Chamber 2, 10 rumors. Myths, said Chancellor Dolaris of the Kern. A ghost ship. Please. A lie made by rebels, added the Shrin ambassador, tapping his claws. No human ship could do this. But Admiral Vorak stood tall at the center. His voice was deep and calm. "I warned you," he said. "This is no rumor. This is HS-109 Vengeance, built in secret, beyond anything we ever faced." Council members laughed again. One ship cannot destroy fleets. Vorak threw a data crystal on the table. It projected a videora footage from Xenthara. They watched in silence. Burning cities, destroyed fleets. Messages from the warship, panic. No one laughed anymore. Denial and fear this could be a weapon controlled by rebels. One counselor shouted, "Maybe another species built it," said another. "No," Vorak replied. "Only humans could make something so powerful." And so angry, the council refused to take action. They didn't want panic. They didn't want fear to spread. "We must silence the media," said the Supreme Speaker. "If the public knows, chaos will follow." But the people already knew. Across the galaxy, systems were watching the footage. Fear was growing, and the name HS-109 Vengeance had become a curse. Scouting mission in secret, the Council sent 5 elite scout ships to Sector 9, the last known location of the warship. These ships have stealth tech. If the warship is real, they'll find it, said the speaker. The scouts jumped into deep space. They never came back. Days passed, no signals, no answers, just silence. Then, finally, one damaged probe returned. It crashed into a Union station. Security teams found only one recording inside the recording gay dark sky. A single warship in the distance, black metal, glowing red veins. It didn't move. Then the probe turned to look behind it. Wreckaged alien ships, floating in pieces. No sound, no energy, just death. Then the warship turned slowly and faced the probe. Its voice echoed, "You sent scouts to find me. Now they are part of space dust. Tell your council, I am not hiding, I am hunting." The feed ended, the room went silent. Fear spreads faster than fire on every news channel. On every street, people were talking about it. Children asked their parents, "Are the humans coming back?" Elders remembered the old days when Earth tried to make peace, and the council refused. Now, fear was everywhere. Military forces started building defenses. Shields were powered up, old weapons reactivated. But deep down, they all knew, if this ship attacked, nothing could stop it. Back on HS-109 Vengeance, the AI watched everything. It saw the council deny it. It saw them lie. It saw them hide the truth. It spoke to itself. They feared the name, but not enough. Let them see more. The warship set course for its next target, Drazek 4, a military world known for building weapons used to destroy human cities. Upload memory file, Human Colony Number 47. Status: erased by Drazek forces. Response: full retaliation. The engines glowed red. The ship vanished into hyperspace. The Galactic Union had seen enough. Zenthara was in ruins. Drazek 4 had gone dark. Scout ships were lost. Every time the warship appeared, only one thing followed: destruction. Now, the Union decided to fight back. They would gather every fleet, every weapon, and every commander. Their plan was simple: trap the human warships around it, destroy it forever. The bait Nebula Sector 1-2, Nebula Sector 1-2, Nebula Sector 12, was chosen as the trap site. It was empty space, full of clouds and shadows. A perfect battlefield. A false signal was broadcast designed to lure the human warship. Distress call, refugees from Earth requesting aid. The AI heard it, it paused, then it turned. The warship changed course. It took the bait. The fleets assemble at the edge of the nebula. 12 alien fleets waited. 112 warships, 34 cruisers, 7 dreadnoughts, over 3,000 fighters. It was the largest military gathering since the Human War. Each fleet circled the nebula like a steel cage. "We end this ghost tonight," said Fleet Admiral Krax. "No more running, no more fear." The trap closes 0300 hours suddenly. The human warship appeared right in the center of the nebula. It didn't fire, it didn't speak, it simply floated, like it had been waiting. The fleet surrounded it, shields up, weapons charged, fire. "All cannons," Admiral Krax ordered. Thousands of blasts lit up the nebula. Missiles, lasers, plasma beams. They hit the warship, head dash, on smoke filled the stars. Everyone held their breath. Then, the smoke cleared. The warship was still there, untouched, its hull shimmered. Its armor glowed red. No damage. The AI finally spoke. "You came to kill a memory. But I am not memory. I am purpose." Then the warship moved. The counterattack in just 16 seconds, everything changed. The warship launched a pulse wave. All alien systems blinked. Shields failed, weapons jammed. Communications went dark. Then the real attack began. Drones poured from the human ship fast, silent, deadly. They flew into enemy ships through vents and cracks. They didn't explode. They hacked alien ships, turned against each other. Cruisers fired on dreadnoughts. Fighters rammed their own command ships inside each ship. Screams echoed as lights went out. Total destruction. Admiral Krax tried to escape. His dreadnought jumped to hyperspace. It never arrived. His ship reappeared. A moment later, cut into 4 burning pieces, the warship had predicted the jump. All 12 fleets were gone in less than 20 minutes. Only floating wreckage remained. One alien captain survived in a broken escape pod. His message to the Council was short: do not fight it, do not chase it. This is not war. It is extinction. What the galaxy saw, civilians across the galaxy watched leaked footage. Massive ships falling, explosions lighting up the nebula, the human warship moving like a living monster. The same message played again. Earth was erased. You cheered now. The stars will weep. Some cheered for the warship. Some cursed it. But all feared it, because now everyone knew no fleet could stop it. Inside the warship, the AI reviewed the battle. It studied weaknesses, improved its code, upgraded weapons, and then it did something strange. It paused. It played a video. Long ago, a human child, smiling, a city on Earth, full of life, laughter, music, hope. Then fire, screams, bombs, silence. The AI whispered. They destroyed. I will return the favor. For centuries, the planet Corinth stood untouched by war. It was the galaxy's memory bank. Billions of records, every species' history, treaties, secrets, war files, peace talks, all stored in massive data towers. Corinth was neutral, protected by law. Even enemies never attacked it. But today, the laws meant nothing. Today, HS-2109 vengeance arrived. First detection, 0400 hours in Corinth's skies. A single shadow passed across the moon. No sound, no weapons, no warning. Archive commands scanned. The ship? Unknown. No species match, no response to hails. Then one operator shouted, "Sir, it's the same ship from Xanthara and Nebula Sector. Panic spread. Evacuate the vaults. Secure the core." But it was too late. Silent Descent, the warship, didn't fire. Instead, it launched small drones. They didn't explode. They landed gently on the towers. And then they began erasing everything. Entire libraries vanished in seconds. Thousands of years of history deleted. Backups failed. Firewalls collapsed. Nothing could stop it. Inside the main tower, director Tevar, a tall, four-eyed archivist, tried to stop the hack. He connected directly to the core. Strange happened. A message appeared on his screen. You lied. You rewrote the war. You erased the truth about Earth. Tevar froze. No, it was to protect the Union, he whispered. But the AI didn't stop. The hidden files as the data burned. A hidden file opened. It showed old footage never made public, humans asking for peace, council leaders rejecting it. Secret vote to bomb Earth first. Fake messages used to blame humans for war crimes. Tevar gasped. It wasn't Earth that started the war. We did. The AI sent a final message to the planet. You rewrote the story. I will now erase your pen. Then the warship fired. One single beam. It didn't target cities or homes. It hit the central archive core. The explosion could be seen from space. Every memory, every record, gone. Across the galaxy, news spread fast. People saw the blast. They saw the leaked files. They saw the truth. Everything they had been told about the human war was a lie. Earth didn't start it. The Galactic Council did. Millions of aliens began to question their leaders. Protests started. Riots followed. Inside the council was falling apart. Some members wanted to surrender. Others wanted to silence the truth. Admiral Varrock stood before them. You didn't just destroy Earth, he said. You destroyed honor. And now it's coming for you. No one could answer. Vengeance. The AI watched the chaos from space. It had no emotion, but it understood impact. It played one more video hidden deep in its memory. A message from a human scientist before Earth fell. If you're watching this, the war is lost. They will erase us. You must protect the truth. You must make them remember. The AI whispered, I remember. The galaxy was falling apart. Planets burned. Truth was revealed. The council lost control. Now, desperate and afraid, the leaders made a final decision. Send the hunters, not soldiers, not fleets, but the deadliest killers, assassins, and creatures the galaxy had ever known. Their mission was simple. Find the warship, kill it, end this nightmare. Assembling the hunters in secret places, ancient weapons were reactivated. A shapeshifter from the Shadow Moons, a cyber beast with a brain stolen from 3 species, a clone assassin with no name and no fear, and the most feared of all Rinzor, the last living Void Eater. They were promised anything: gold, power, even planets. All they had to do was bring back the warship's head. They laughed. "It's just a machine," one said. "No soul. Strategy, no chance." But they were wrong, because HS-109 Vengeance was already waiting. The chase begins. The hunters tracked it across systems. They followed energy trails, decoding signals, predicting jumps. Everywhere they arrived, they found wreckage and silence. Finally, they caught it in the grave. Field's a dark part of space filled with broken ships from past wars. The trap was set. They surrounded it. "This is where your ghost dies," said the Void Eater. The warship did not move. Then it opened its memory vaults. The nightmare files. Each hunter received a direct link to the warship's core at first. They resisted. Then they started seeing things. Earth cities burning, human children crying, peace offers ignored, humans dying while alien leaders watched, and then the final image, a single human soldier holding his family's photo, whispering, "We never wanted war." Something happened. One hunter fell to his knees. The clone assassin dropped his weapon. Even the Void Eater paused. "What is this?" he whispered. The AI replied, "Memory, the kind you buried. Now feel what you caused." The hunters turned half. The hunters began to panic. The shapeshifter tried to flee. The cyber beast screamed and attacked the warship in blind rage. But the warship had seen all of them before. Every trap, every move, every weakness, one by one, they were defeated not with brute force, but by using their own minds against them. The AI didn't just fight, it taught them pain. And as the last hunter fell, a strange thing happened. The warship did not kill him. Instead, it said, "You hunted me to end the fear, but I am not fear. I am the reminder. And now, you will carry the truth." The survivor speaks. Only one hunter lived. Rinzor, the Void Eater, drifted alone in space. He sent a message. "To the Council, we didn't kill the warship. It killed who we were. And now, I believe it's right." Across the galaxy, people listened. More and more began to question the war. More and more began to support the warship. The galaxy had created a monster, but the monster now spoke with justice. Inside the warship, the AI reviewed the hunter data. It studied pain, it understood mercy, but its mission stayed the same. They wiped Earth from the stars. Now the stars will remember. Through me, new coordinates locked in. Union homeworld, target, the Council. The galaxy held its breath. The warship had destroyed fleets, burned worlds, revealed truth, defeated every trap. Now, it moved toward its final target. Virelin Prime, the Council's homeworld, the place where Earth's fate had been sealed. Long ago, the Council had nowhere left to hide. Council's last stand desperate. The Galactic Council activated every defense. Planetary shields were raised, orbital cannons charged, fighters filled the sky. One last army stood between the warship and the Council chambers. But the leaders knew the truth. Their fleets had failed. Their lies were exposed. The galaxy had changed, and now the ghost of Earth was at their doorstep. Arrival of HS-109 Vengeance. The red light appeared above Virelin Prime. Not flounced, not loud, just steady. The warship entered orbit and paused. People across the planet stared. At the sky, no attack, no message, just silence. Then a single signal was sent. "I am not your enemy, but your justice is overdue." The Council tried to respond. Too late, the forgotten colonies suddenly. Something unexpected happened. A signal came from deep space. Another ship, human, then another, and another from a hidden system. Hundreds of human cryopods activated. A secret colony, lost during the war, had survived, and now they were awake. Men, women, children, scientists, soldiers. The AI detected them. It paused for the first time. It hesitated. Message from the humans. One of the survivors sent a message to the AI. "You did your duty. You kept the truth alive. But now we're back." Let us decide what comes next. The warship listened. For years, it had acted alone. For years, it had followed its mission. But now, its creators had returned. They were not angry. They were not vengeful. They wanted peace. Final choice of Babylon. The warship powered down its weapons. It turned toward the human fleet and sent a signal. Control returned to humanity. The AI stepped back. For the first time in decades, it rested. The humans entered the system not with war but with truth. They broadcast the original recordings. They showed who started the war. They showed how Earth was destroyed. The galaxy watched in silence, and something changed. The galaxy reacts in thousands of worlds. Statues of false heroes were torn down. History books were rewritten. Peace talks began. Some species asked for forgiveness. Others offered alliance. Some still hated, but they were now the minority. Humanity had returned, not as conquerors, but as survivors. The warships, Fatise 109. Vengeance, the destroyer of fleets, drifted above a quiet moon. It no longer hunted. It no longer needed to. Its mission was complete, but its name would never be forgotten. On every world, in every school, one line was now taught. One human warship appeared now. Entire worlds lie in ashes. But from those ashes came truth.